What the fuck was that? I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I mean, I it's all I can do not to throw up. I want to vomit. What the fuck was what did we just watch? Who it, I mean, can we leave that entire offensive line in Florida? Seriously, and just sign guys off the street because it couldn't have been worse than what we saw today. Like, seriously, I almost vomit. I almost threw up. I literally almost threw up. And I'm not even joking. I mean, from the open for the first whistle to the last whistle, that was a fucking abomination, a catastrophe. Where do I begin? I don't even know where to start. Turnovers, penalties. The referees don't even know who to call the fucking penalties on. And it's the whole game. I don't even want to say out coach. They just fucking didn't do anything. The most anemic, pathetic, disgusting performance I've seen in, I don't know. I mean, that was terrible. That was terrible. Trent Edwards, Chan Gailey, fucking Mike Mularkey. You can throw them all in there because they all fucking came in today. That was the worst game. One of the worst games since 2018 by far. By far. It wasn't even as good as the what was it, 3-10 loss in Carolina in 2017. It was just sick. I'm sick. I don't know what to do. I'm sick. Oh my god. Oh. That offensive line, I'm telling you right now. I mean, I don't, you know, let them have it, guys. Let them have it in the room. Let them fucking have it. No quarter given. None. Don't give them no quarter. Let them fucking hear it. Blow that shit up. How do you begin to quantify what a disaster that was? They could leave the whole offensive line in Florida. They could leave the whole offensive line in Florida. That was just the only, Damager says, the only positive of the day. I was just happy Trey White wasn't seriously hurt. After that, what I'm watching is, oh, Jesus Christ. The interception by Josh Allen was and it was just the perfect storm of embarrassment. Why doesn't he? Oh my God. Oh my God. Once the offensive line couldn't do a fucking thing, it was just no running attack whatsoever. I'm sorry. No, fuck that. I'm not sorry. I don't care if it's now. I don't care if it's at the end of the year. Bobby Johnson needs to be fired. This offensive line has not been very good They've been average at best. Oh, a solid pass blocking unit, terrible in the run game, terrible in the run game. And today, against that fucking team, it was a watershed moment that illuminated all kinds of deficiencies. I don't know if they're fucking thinking that they're just going to go in there and roll that team, if they're going to go in there and fucking it just you know what, we are who we are, we are who they are, let's go, just turn, all we got to do is show up, all we got to do is put the pads on, the helmets, and we're good. No, 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 no. After coming off of last week's fucking shitty first half performance, they bookend it with a whole fucking game. That was horrible. Horrible. I don't even want to talk about next week, John. I'm ready to. They have nine more games. 9. Yeah, Shady. That's who they thought they just thought, I'm just going to show up, we're going to win, and that'll be it. That's all they thought that they were going to do. You go out there and you just lay an absolute fucking, I mean, I can't say it's an egg. That's an insult to eggs. They just absolutely shit, puked, vomited, pissed, bled all over themselves today. It was just absolutely atrocious. There's no highlights. There's none to talk about. I can't talk about anything good. I have nothing good to talk about. We sat here for almost fucking we almost sat here for 3.5 hours and have nothing good to talk about. I mean, I mean, that was just terrible. That was terrible. How do you show up and just give, not even give, just shit out a more anemic, dreadful, listless, absolutely lethargic, complacent display? It's not a performance. Performing is when you perform and you execute. But I mean, of course, it's going to be all week, fucking Josh Allen all week. And it's not our Josh Allen either. Every offensive lineman today, maybe Morse, I don't know. Maybe Morse, but outside of Morse was fucking terrible. Terrible. Dawkins got ripped off on a fucking sack by Josh Allen. On the third down that Josh Allen got sacked, that it was a fumble. Bills got away with they shouldn't even had a shot at 4th and 15 because that was a fumble. Ball was on the deck and it was out. It was out. And this is what they put forth. That is a catastrophe. I'm sick to my fucking stomach. The whole thing was a clusterfuck. It's like they invented new ways to make mistakes the whole game. What do you think we should do here to like further embarrass ourselves? You know what? Throw a fucking pick to Josh Allen. Why don't you? Nobody pick up Fred Smoot on the most important down of the fucking game. Let him just jailbreak Josh, and we'll see what happens. You don't have a wide receiver core, John, when the quarterback is under duress. He's clearly was not seeing the field well all game, and it got progressively worse as the game got more shrunk, and the downs got big. It was just terrible. It was the first, the second, the last, the whole fucking thing just Free fall. I just destroyed a fucking mirror in here for those of you who didn't see. Live on fucking live right here. Son of a bitch! Oh! Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. That was just disgusting. Just undisciplined. And not even it's not even that. You get those penalties early. The ability to just compose yourself and look, we know what we're trying to we know what they're trying to do. They're trying to get ticky-tack yards here and there. Chill out. We're going to get them. I saw that, John. And I don't know. Again, I don't think he was seeing the field well. He had somebody in front of Sanders too. I don't know if it was I think it was Singletary. Somebody was standing right in front of Sanders. I mean, the miss to I thought Josh should have just kept running on that 1 second down where he missed to Gabe Davis. I was like, just keep running. You're going to get a free 5 yards easy. I didn't want it to go to overtime. I'm just like, you either win it or lose it now. I don't want to sit here and get tortured. I just, the offensive line just got jailbreaked all fucking game. The offensive line just was a sieve. That's all I can describe it as. It was a sieve. It was an absolute just, a free run at the quarterback all fucking game long, all game long. Not one ounce of fucking pride, not 1 ounce of resolve. They just played on their heels. Allen tried to turn it, he tried to go, 1-man band, and that's not going to work, man. That's not going to work. They lost their best blocking running back in Moss, and I don't care what running back you put behind that offensive line, that's just not going to cut it. I just know that, there's 9 games left. To talk about the end of the season is crazy. But after a game like that, I just know that the offensive line coach, anybody to do with the offensive line, needs to be totally and utterly jettisoned into the sun. Into the sun. Boom, zoom to the fucking moon, bounce off, right to the sun you go. And that includes some of the offense. That includes a good chunk of the offensive line. He's terrible. He is terrible. He is such a bad player. And I defended him. I was like, you know what? Give him time. Maybe it'll settle down. I was trying, how I am. I'm the eternal optimist, this and that. But he's unplayable. Like at some point, I'm like, Jamel Douglas cannot be any worse than this. I refuse to believe Jamil Douglas is worse than this. I was even screaming for Ryan Bates. Where's Ryan Bates? Where's Ryan Bates? Where's Jamil? Just like change it up. You cannot roll that offensive line out. That's why if you follow me on Twitter, and he hasn't played for 2 games. And I said it on here. Spencer Brown is their best offensive lineman. Think about that. You have Mitch Morse, who's either the highest paid or second highest paid center in the NFL. You have Deion Dawkins, who's top 10 in left tackles. You just paid Darrell Williams solid money for a right tackle. Spencer fucking Brown is our best offensive lineman, and there's no debate about it. None. This offense clearly misses Spencer Brown and Dawson Knox. Who would have fucking landed on those 2 squares in the bingo board? Who would have ever landed on those 2 squares? I mean, watch out, Ramius. Knock on wood, that they come back this week. I hope they come back, but not having those two guys in there is just absolutely it's on full display. The last two games proves it. The last two games prove it. And my God, I'll go give Spencer Brown my back, guys. I'll go give him my back. And you know what? I'm gonna ask Bills fans, whoever watches this, please don't be one of those people on social media who blow up these guys on Twitter or on Instagram talking all kinds of vile shit. Let's be better than that. I know I'm pissed. I broke a fucking mirror that I'm gonna have to throw away. And I look like an asshole. But just don't you know what I mean? We're better than that. We know that some of these players are not good enough. They're gonna be gone at the end of the year. And it was just disgusting. I'm sorry, you guys are, just rip the room apart, man. Yeah, dude, it's a game. I'm sorry, it means a little bit more than to me. I mean, you can say that. I know that I know that. So, I mean, I know that. I'm just gonna, this is my emotional sounding board, so I'm gonna use it, and I'm not gonna apologize for it. So. And you guys should do the same too, because we always have to PC ourselves and we're told we can't say this or do that. Nah, fuck that. That's a problem nowadays. Oh, let me read some of the comments, guys. Johnny Utah, same thing as the Super Bowl years. The team is just on the offensive line. They're just definitely. This defense. I would walk up to every guy on that defense and shake their fucking hand and give them a big hug. They've been tremendous. They've been fucking tremendous. Sans one game against the Titans, they've been tremendous. It's tremendous. Yeah, that's right, Timothy. That's right. Thanks. Yeah. I'm just disgusting. I'm disgusting. I'm disgusted. I didn't even shower after the gym. I just sat here in my own filth and fucking watched this game. Can you believe that shit? Last time I felt like this, probably then Texans. I felt like this. Yeah, I felt like that after the Texans playoff loss. I could say, Jake. Florida's atrocious. I'm at a complete and utter loss. Lee Ford in Jacksonville. You could just release him. He's. Yeah, Wyatt Teller would be fucking amazing. Wyatt Teller. Wyatt Teller would be amazing right now. I would take anybody. I would take Quentin Spain. I would take fucking I would take Ryan Groy. I would take Russell Bodine. I would take John Miller. I would take fucking Tyen Secchi. Well, let's just keep going. Blake Hance, he was a guy that was in Bill's camp. Now he's on the Cleveland Browns 53 because of injuries. I would take I would take Will Wolford at fucking 60. How about that? I would take Howard Ballard. Can Joe DeLamielleure play? Can he play? Oh my God. Jerry Crafts, anybody. Some of you guys remember him, some of you might not. Corey Luche. Let me keep going. Jerry Ostrowski, Corbin Lasina, Kent Hull, John Davis, fucking Dusty Ziegler, John Fina. Who can I fucking who? Oh my God. Jamie Nails, number 65. How about that? Spriggs. Jonas fucking Jennings. He's still in the league. He's almost 40. Okay. I'm going to give it to you. He's still in the league, almost 40. Jason Peters. Jason fucking Peters. I would give him to me right now. Right now. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know, Tim. That was just the whole team. Allen played bad. He was forcing things. He couldn't see the field. Fucking was just it was just a complete and utter quagmire the whole fucking game. He was getting blitzkrieged right and left. He didn't know, like, the offensive line just looks completely disjointed, disheveled, and they just looked dazed and confused. Like, they didn't know how to compose themselves. There was no rest. There was no relaxation. Everything looked hurried, rushed, knee jerk. That just the whole game just was absolutely fucking disjointed. Allen with two the interceptions were dumb. I'm not gonna lie. They were not. They were terrible interceptions. Those were absolute fumbles. They were terrible plays. I'm not gonna absolve him of any guilt of in this loss either, because maybe Bass hits a long field goal. You know what I mean? He's capable of it. He's definitely capable of it. Maybe Bass. I would have liked the chance to hit a 58 yarder rather than have Dwayne Smoot just get a free run at Josh Allen. And there was no answers. There was no answers. The offensive coordinator didn't have answers. The Just nobody had any answers. It's absolutely insufferable. And they need to fucking all everybody on that offense needs to go have and includes the offensive coordinator and the coaches. You know what? Who knows? It could have been the best game plan ever devised known to mankind. We will never know. The play on the field offensively was that fucking atrocious. It was that atrocious. Um, it was a clean pocket, Zach. I just he doesn't have any trust in his offensive line. I saw that too. I noticed that he sat there. He darted to the right. Somebody was in front of fucking Sanders. Everybody's saying Sanders was open at the sticks. I saw it on the replay. Um, Somebody was in front of him. He was looking at him. I don't know why he didn't pull the trigger. Russell Okung, pull him out of retirement. The penalties, Jesus Christ, crazy killer, were an absolute. They were just eyes bleeding, and everybody's gonna go to the cliff today, and rightfully so after this, because we just get reminded more and more what a week-to-week league is. But I just think this was a watershed moment, and they need to look themselves in a fucking mirror. And Cyrus Kwanjo, Jesus Christ, this is where we've ended up. Demetrius Bell, I mean, it was a terrible game to watch. Terribly officiated, terribly played. It was just a question of who was going to fuck up the least, who was going to. And the Bills just vomited all over themselves. And that one sequence where the kicker for the Jags misses the field goal, penalty, drives them back, misses the field goal. Bills get a penalty, and then he misses a field goal again. It was just like, this is where we're at. This is the kind of game we're at. Ed Wang, get Ed Wang in there. He didn't even play it down for the Bills. I got one for you. Mansfield Rotto. I'll take Mansfield Rotto. Melvin Fowler. I'll take him too. Duke Preston. I just don't know. I just don't know what else to say. It's all, I'm trying to have a laugh, but it's impossible after that. I'm just fucking disgusted. That whole team, that whole offensive unit, starting with the offensive line, the quarterback. Beasley had a huge drop on I don't know. I think that was, I forget the down. I'm sorry. I don't know if it was a second. I think it was a second down or a third down. Huge drop. Allen had him hit him right in the hands. I don't know. I don't know what the hell. That's no damager. Absolutely not. Yeah, dude. The defense, can Doyle play right guard? Can he play tackle? Can he play? How about left tackle, right tackle? How about that? Gonna be without fucking Feliciano for 2 more games. Uh, I just don't know. I don't know how they could ever put Cody Ford out there on the football field ever again. And now we know why he got yanked after that Redskins game for a rookie who only played 8 snaps. They literally decided right after the game across the street at One Bills Drive that they were going to pull Ford out of the lineup and kick in a tackle they just paid a good piece of change to, so they can play that told us all we needed to know. I don't want to. The expectations is a loss now, Crazy Killer. I mean, I don't know how they can't be, but this is as big of a bitch slap as I can remember as a football fan. A bitch slap, a humbling fucking reminder that if you don't play every week, that you're just going to get embarrassed, and you embarrass yourself, and they embarrassed it. I've embarrassed myself here. They embarrassed themselves for 3 hours. It was just embarrassing. I don't know. I didn't even bother to watch what the coach. I'll watch probably tomorrow. I don't have any stomach for what they have to. They've done a lot of good things, but today is just a real setback. It really is a real setback. Today's a real setback. He's got Steve. He has to be. I've already said you could fire him. He could be fired right now. This offensive line has regressed. It was an above average pass blocking unit last year, above average. The year before that, same thing, above average to average, and they have been horrible. They've been average to just downright horrible at running the football. So if you want to replace him and just put Ryan Wendell in charge of the unit till the end of the season, and you want to decide where you want to go with that spot, I'm fine with it, because he's not worth his salt right now. None of those offensive linemen are. There's no. I mean, the only panacea I could say that might be there is Spencer Brown. Everybody else needs to be evaluated. Deion Dawkins right across the board. All those guys. Too much fun in games, too much bullshit, too much dancing around. Everybody's coming to play you hard. And I can't even say, it's like the Bills just dicked around. It's like they didn't even try. And when they decided to start trying, it was just a mess. And it was just frustrating to watch because there was easy pitch and catch touchdowns all over the field. I was watching, there was even the Jags. They barely had any plays worth note except the one to Arnold and the end around to Agnew, and it was just a catastrophe. Can I blame? Yeah, the coaches, but ultimately that unit is under his purview. That's his unit, and they've performed terribly. This year, they've been average to downright bad, and it started week 1, and today it was worse. If we thought that week 1 was bad, today was an unmitigated fucking disaster. Unmitigated disaster. That today's game was just a complete and utter folly reel. You could package this up, John Facenda voiceover, straight out of the 1970s. Tampa Bay expansion team in the rainstorm. The ball is just being flopped all over the place. Just absolutely disgusting game. Disgusting game. I don't know, man, Eric. They just get him involved. I mean, I don't know what the hell I don't even know. I can't even talk about it. He got some catches. on the one drive. I don't even know how it ended. I think it was the fumble. I think it was the Josh. I think it was the fumble. I don't even know how it ended. You know, he is, man. Timothy hit it on the head. That was a great comment by him. You know, it's relying way too much on him. The guy's a great quarterback. He's capable of great things, but complementary football from the offensive line to the running back, it just there's no holes being opened up. There's no holes being opened up. There's no movement. Their guys are just getting blown off the ball, knocked back multiple yards. Multiple yards. They're up there, Bubba. He's so conditioned to get fucking treats that he. Oh, I don't know that when they called that was terrible. They called a false start. Apparently, that penalty was on Ike Bucker. How do you like this league is atrocious. This league is an absolutely atrociously officiated league, and it is terrible. Absolutely terrible. I don't know. I don't even know I don't even know how to say it otherwise. This league embarrassed itself every fucking week on the field. But today, you know what? The Bills embarrassed themselves. And it was the first. It was I don't know if it was the first drive or offensively or second drive, but when they got down there first and goal at the 4-yard line, I was like, you know, they're gonna score a touchdown here. They're gonna stabilize the game and they're just gonna pull away. And the first down play was the ultimate foreboding fucking doomsday signal for the rest of the game. Ford got obliterated. Fucking Moss gets the ball handed off from Allen, and he is already just engulfed. He's engulfed. I don't know what happened, Victor. I didn't see. I mean, yeah, it's been bad. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Read some of the comments here. That was just terrible. That was a terrible call. I mean, you know, everybody want to say where he was picked. Mitchell Trubisky. Yeah, exactly, Tim. The fucking guy who wasn't even there. They have him in quarantine somewhere. Got called for an unsportsmanlike conduct. And they were like, oh, it's Laviska Shenault. And then they went and said, oh, it's then the very next play, Agnew, I think it's Agnew and no, it was Tavon Austin and Trey White. They just body, they go back and forth, blah, 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 blah. And it's like on Trey White. And then I think the Jaguars got a field goal out of that. I don't know. They just look flat today. I didn't see any movement. I didn't see any deception. I didn't see guys in motion. I saw a little bit of McKenzie doing some jet sweep action. I think he got one pass on a third down. Beasley had a big drop. Man, it was just terrible. It was just terrible across the board. Just such a horrible day. Allen's worst game, in a long time. A terrible game. Trey White came out okay. That's the only fucking. He had a chance at a pick. I felt like that could have changed the whole complexion of that end of game sequence right there with a short field, but he just didn't get his hands on it, and he ended up getting injured on the play anyway. Oh man. Defense was amazing, Chris. Can't blame them. I'm sick, Johnny. I don't know what to say. I'm sick. Ford he's terrible. I mean, I just don't know. I just don't know what else to say about that player anymore. Is other than, he's just playing out the string with the Bills. Like, the guy's not going to be a Bill anymore after this year. There's no way he can be. You couldn't trade him for a bag of balls right now. He's unmovable. I mean, you could cut him. He might get claimed, but he might not. He's not good enough. He's just not good enough. So I just don't know what else to say. The interceptions were terrible. Allen scrambled to the right. He should have just dirted that ball, lived to play another day. And, they just played terrible. There's no other way to put it. No business losing the game, but they sure as hell wanted to lose. They wanted to lose. They played like they didn't want to win. They played like they were just thought they could just show up, pad up, helmet up, and they were going to win. But no. Jets here in Jersey. That's who they got. Jets right here, 4 miles down the road in Jersey. So hopefully they just come to my home state and not. Just basically the expectations now are just such bottom of the barrel that you hope you don't embarrass yourself against another team that's up against it. I mean, they're capable of a dud, and we saw it today. I mean, I don't know what the hell's going to happen during the week. Hey, what's up, Serge? How you doing, bro? I'm in Jersey City. Heights, 201. 40-plus years, man. This offensive line. Yeah, this offensive line, it might be, man. I can't say that it's not. Shit the bed, 100%. Puked all over themselves. And they just they had no answers. They had no answers. I don't know if the coaches had answers because the offensive line played an absolute. If any of you guys are seeing McDermott talk after the game or seeing any of his comments or anything like that, and you feel like they're pertinent to the conversation, you could put them in. What's up, Fly Baby? How you doing, bro? It's terrible. Is something wrong with the offensive line, Antonio? Where do you start? I don't know. The fucking offensive line was terrible. It's a fixed league. There's so many moving parts, man. I don't know how you say that. There's just too many moving parts. I mean, I don't know if it's. I mean, I'm not going to be one of those dudes that are going to say it's fixed after a loss, but I want to sit up in here and pom and cheerlead when they win. Yeah, he was not good today, Serge. He was just terrible. The ball, putting the ball on the ground, fumbling the ball, that's terrible. The 2 interceptions were bad. He had nowhere to go with that ball. He should have just thrown it out of bounds, and whatever happens on 4th down, you go or you stay. Instead, he threw it right to the Jaguars, who stepped right in front of I believe it was Beasley on a little short in route. I mean, he was covered completely. Read some of the comments, guys. Oh man, I don't know. The NFL would fix a game in Jacksonville. I don't even want to hear, what the bill. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, again, guys, air your grievances in here. Let them have it, but just don't trash them. Don't trash their timelines. Don't trash their timelines. Just don't do that. Williams was terrible today. I don't know who ate his lunch, but I know Tavon Bryan. I mean, these players, Tavon Bryan, I can tell you who he is. He was taken right in front of Lamar Jackson. He was taken right in front of Lamar Jackson. I think he had 1 sack for his career. Jacksonville had 2 turnovers. They should have had 4. They should have had 4. That the Bills shouldn't have had a chance at the 4th down because that was a fumble. And I definitely need to admit that. Read some of the comments, guys. Jake multiple opportunities to take a check down. I mean, he was taking some check downs. And that was the only consistent play. There was a couple of dinks to Singletary late, Moss a little bit. Then he went out with a concussion. I don't know how you open up the playbook when I don't know what's going on here. They fix games every single year for every single team. It's all revenue driven, regardless of who you're a fan of. It's a rigged league, has been for years. I mean, again, bro. I mean, maybe they all. I don't know about that, JC. The product sells itself, man. You don't need to fix games. The product sells itself. People are going to gamble. People are going to lose money. People are going to leak fucking information to the bookies and Vegas about injuries, about shit going on in guys' personal lives, yada yada yada. It's been happening forever. But in terms of actually, you want to send everybody to fucking prison, you're playing with fire. Singletary's trash. I mean, I don't know if he's any good because the offensive line is terrible, but he's definitely not been good. Zero run game, play too safe. Yeah, it's terrible. It's the game plan the Bills face now is just the Colts game plan from they won that game, but the Colts played too high safety and dared the Bills to run, and they couldn't do it in that game, and they've barely been able to do it since. They have not been able to run the football. They make most of their yards on Allen scrambles. And the longest run that they've had is a 47-yarder from Singletary week 2. And I think that's been what? And then the one at the end of the Denver game last year. Oh, I fucking hate that. Every time, Blue Pants, don't wear that fucking uniform combination ever again. Ever. Is that what he said, Eric? Yo, I think it clearly showed today. Buffalo Buck, I don't even know it. Yeah, two of us, man. Oh, fuck you. Oh, man. Taker can. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what happened, JC. I saw it was all bandaged up. He was taking a lot of hits today. They were just bad. They were just bad today. I don't think I've made any excuses. They were just bad, John. They're just bad. They beat themselves. They made a lot of mistakes. Jacksonville made timely plays when they had to make them, but the Bills didn't do themselves any favors. And they can't run the ball even with an advantage in the box. Whether you have the tight end to chip or anything is irrelevant because they just get no push, they get no movement. The running backs have no lanes to run in, and if they do, they get swallowed up very, very quickly. And the only time running backs make yards is when they get, when they break a tackle on their own, and then they can get what's a good Bills run? Like you're like, oh wow, 10 yards, fit between 10 and 15, if that. It's terrible. This is absolutely terrible. Yeah, if you want to beat good teams. I mean, the red zone, they got in the red zone once. They got in the red zone once today, guys. And they did nothing. They did nothing with it. A 1st and 4 turned into a 2nd and 7 or a 2nd and 8 at the 6 or whatever, because they were 1st and goal. They were at the 6 and 7 yard line. It got nothing. Nothing happened. Let me read some of the comments here. Can we honestly say we have 50-50 when it comes to yeah, it's after seeing that, it's fucking 35, fucking 65, man, in the negative column. 3 on the stat sheet, but it should have been 4. But I don't know. This league is just, they have mental issues. I don't know, man. I just don't think he wanted to give them another down. You get a penalty and they get to extend the drive, and it's like 1st and whatever. Yeah, it's just not a good day for anybody, Mike. But Ford is definitely not somebody who should be in in a Bills uniform or playing on the field. JC, remember when Allen had the record for running against Jacksonville? That's basically the only thing that, yeah, it's just the only thing. He could have ran, yeah, he could have ran for all day long, even on the one at the end of the end of game possession when he threw it to Davis and ended up being complete because it was kind of low. I felt like he should have just kept it and run. I was like, you're going to get a first down, just run. The Bills screwed themselves too, dude. Yeah, that's why you guys have moderator badges. You know to get rid of them. It's all good. You know to get them out of here. I don't know. He's just not. He has no confidence. He plays. He plays with no physicality. He plays with no like emotion. He looks like a deer in the headlights out there. But the offensive line as a unit was terrible from start to finish. Terrible. I mean, our so-called long-term left tackle got just totally torched for a sack. It wasn't a strip sack, thank God. There was I mean, dude, look at the play, the second down play that ended up being a sack. The whole right side of the line just stood there. They picked up one guy. I don't even know who the one guy was, but I know Daryl Smoot, and then another runner came. But Smoot was the guy to get there first. But there was another guy right behind him. So I don't even know what the fuck they were looking at. It's like, what are you looking at? Like, what are you seeing? Can we even say that maybe Morse played okay? Maybe he's the only one who played okay. I don't know. But either way, you can't have one offensive lineman just play okay and win. There's no fucking way. We need new guards, new running backs. I can't disagree with any of that. I can't tell how good the running backs are or not when they have no holes to run through and no movement up front. Guys, it's not even like guys can't even hold their blocks, let alone open up holes. Guys can't even hold their blocks. You got to hold your block, then create a hole. It was just terrible. I didn't see that, JC. I thought he was pretty PC. Yeah, Morse the only guy on the interior all year that's been somewhat okay. Everybody else has been trash. Everybody else has been trash. And that includes Feliciano was not playing good football before he got hurt either. He was not playing good football before he got hurt. You know. That's why we should have been sellers, buyers, trade deadline. In hindsight, you think you make a move, but if this game doesn't sound, I'm going to put it in the room. If this game doesn't do this, if this game at One Bills Drive doesn't do this, what the fuck? Where is it? I don't even know where the emoji is anymore. There. If you don't see that sounded at One Bills Drive, gotta go. Yeah, it doesn't even look like they wanted to block for him. It was like he pissed them off or something like that. It was the edges, man. The edges and the offensive line is not a hole. The offensive line is just trash. No. Yeah, they need to, once they get outside the fringe area, Eric, they just need to start throwing to the end zone because that seems like the only way we're going to score a touchdown right now. It's just so disgusting. Such a disgusting performance, terrible performance. I mean, I saw no effort from that line. I saw, Allen was trying to it got Allen in that trying to do too much mode, trying to, make too many plays, which ended up turning into mistakes at key spots on the field too. The I think the interception to Allen ended up the Allen to Allen interception ended up being fucking the three that wins the game. KC just blocked the Green Bay field goal. Didn't just got him the ball late. Just terrible. It's terrible. This team needs the. I thought the first half last week would be a wake up call. Guess not. Guess not. Guess last week wasn't a wake up call for in the first half. You got lucky winning that one. You just had a bad football team on the other side of you that made a lot of mistakes, and it's not like you didn't have that this week either. It's not like you didn't have this either. This just smirks of a team that thought they were going to show up. That's all it smirks of. It smirks of a team collectively on offense that thought it was going to show up. And that's the offensive line. Search, I said this line has been average to slightly above average pass blocking since 2019, and I said that they've not been good in the run game. They were even worse in 2018. The line in 17 was better. The best offensive line we had under McDermott was the Cordy Glenn. Can he still play? He's still relatively young, right? Go find him. Hopefully he's not 700 pounds. Fucking Glenn, Incognito, Wood, Miller, Mills. That was our best line. Yeah, we believe it. All right. The defensive line to me, the defensive line is fine to me. You gave up 67 yards rushing, man. He just run to the sideline. He wouldn't take on any contact. 5. He doesn't want none of that. That's why he ran his way out of the league. Did he? What did he do what did he do with the Saints? What did he do in New Orleans? Last year was not good either. They were slightly above average. They were slightly above average as a pass blocking unit, depending on the game, and they've just not been a good run blocking unit. They've just not at all. I don't know what shape those guys are in, man, but it couldn't be any worse than the shape that this offensive line is healthy. You could take some guys that can say that they have injury issues and they'd play better than that. How do you say the defensive line is not good? They're first in the league in scoring defense. They only allowed 67 yards rushing today. I just don't. I don't understand. The defense was great. That's about it, Eric. That's probably it. They just to lose to that team in that way, they've been terrible. That is just terrible. Yeah, they're not going to be out there alone, sir. They play good as a unit. Yeah, that's the point. They play good. Come on, man. I think they got 2 today. No, they got 2. It's hard. Gone are the days where if you don't trust your quarterback to stretch the field, or if you don't stretch the field, you're not getting 5 and 7 step drops. Scrambling quarterbacks historically take more sacks. Allen took some sacks today that he shouldn't have taken. Well, obviously, I don't think he could have not taken those sacks. He got out of a bunch, though. He got out of a bunch. And Allen, the third down play, was it the third and long to Emmanuel Sanders? Allen makes that play. Maybe Aaron Rodgers, maybe Patrick Mahomes, maybe Russell Wilson. That's it. No other quarterback in the league makes that play. They played amazing. I'm not going to nitpick at them. Yeah, Williams, Rick are just the whole offensive line is just not good. They've regressed. They haven't played well. Um, the throw to Sanders was retarded. I mean, you could just tell, even though it was completed for a first down, 20 was it 20 yards or 22 yards? Nah, man, that's knee jerk stuff. I don't want him nowhere near this football team, dude. That's like opening up. That's like opening up the human body and trying to put cancer in it instead of removing it. You don't do that. Oh, does he, Victor? I wouldn't be surprised. For what? Oh, is that why he was bleeding? Doug? Is that why he was bleeding? A lot of blame, Neil. I mean, collectively. Trying to read some of the comments here. Um, yeah, I just don't know. The offensive line, Cairo is not good. I think it's Cairo. Um, I don't know, man. If those guys are both older, banged up, I don't know. Jake, what's up, man? They're not. It's not that they're playing well. They're playing terrible, bro. They're playing terrible. I don't know if they're shot plays. I think Allen's just trying to get a chunk play to flip a field instead of dinking and dunking. And even some of the stuff when he threw the pick, Beasley was covered up. He had three guys on him. Nobody was open. They did a good view on the network of showing that play, and it was just completely engulfed. That play was dead. I never liked Deion Dawkins. He could replace. I mean, you could outside of Morse, outside of Morse and Spencer Brown when he's healthy. Every offensive lineman on this team has been not good. The backups have not been good. The starters have not been good. Different combinations have not been good. Um, he's on IR for the Jets, Damager. Um, it's just I'll always root for them. I don't care what happens. I mean, I'll be here next week, live and in living color. Win, loss, I don't give a shit. Um, I'm just sick to my stomach. I can't believe I've made it 58 minutes. It's all I can do to keep from puking. For everybody who didn't see, there's the mirror. Not a fist either. It was a water bottle. The water bottle for me to throw is supposed to be empty, and that's my self-imposed rule. And it wasn't empty. It was half full, and I cracked it. I just hope I didn't damage the wall on the other side. Yeah, yeah, damager I do. That's the game right there. That's the game. What's up, Gonzalo? As long as Allen continues to have to run for his life, I mean, you want him to run sometimes. You want him to run sometimes, but on their own, on their own will, not running for his life when it's like a fucking jailbreak right in front of his face. He had no lanes. There was nothing. There was just a completely lethargic, demoralizing game. From a Bills point of view, Bills fans' point of view, an absolute catastrophe. You couldn't Hollywood couldn't have scripted a bigger disaster than that. Like from the Allen to Allen turnovers and sacks, from the penalties, the absolute folly fucking turnovers, the miscues by the offensive line, the refs just calling. It was like a folly reel for everybody. And Jacksonville was just kind of like an extra that says, we just have to stand here and just bad things are going to happen to this team today. And we're going to be the recipient of a lot of the presents That's it. We don't have to do anything. We're just going to stand here. And they didn't do anything. They didn't score a touchdown. Bills handed them the field goal on the Allen interception. It was just like, I think they got one first down. They got stopped on a third down, and that kid hit a field goal, and that was it. Game over. Let me read some of the comments. Nah, Steve, I'm good, man. I just threw the water bottle. I don't even know where it is. Oh, it's right here. It ricocheted right back to me. This is how much water is in it, and I popped it. Let me see if I made a hole. Nah, the water. I think I made a slight hole. There it is. See it? I made a hole in the bottom. It's squirting out. You can't see it. Yeah, Doug. Like literally, the Jacksonville kicker missing those three. It was like you just wanted to laugh. It's like you wanted to laugh. It was so pathetic. I would have loved the chance for him to hit a 50-yarder at the end, but that sack happened. I think McDermott would have trotted him out, but the entire offensive line on the right side just let Allen get bum rushed, and then you're facing a 4th and 15, and on that sack he fumbled, and they're just thankful by the grace of God that they had a chance. I don't know what the league is looking at. The league just let that. I mean, the league is terrible. Eric, the offense needed to win a half of football while the defense allowed 3. Yeah, it's just pathetic, man. It's absolutely pathetic. It's like we're going to allow 3 more points, and actually, the reason that you score they're going to score those 3 points is because of your fuck up. But we're only going to allow 3 points. Bill's offense said, "Oh fuck, really? We have to do something? I don't want to do anything today." Yeah, that it was again, Antonio is the perfect fucking. It was you couldn't write it. You couldn't write this and make it like if I would have scripted this game and showed it to each and every one of you, how it would have played out, you would have told me I was fucking crazy. Bills are only going to score 6. Josh Allen, Jacksonville is going to have a fucking day. He's going to intercept Allen. He's going to sack Allen. He's going to force fumble Allen. He's going to recover a fumble. It's going to be an absolute. You're going to see this all fucking week, guys. Guess what we're going to see all fucking week on Josh Allen? We're going to see it all week. Get ready. Get your popcorn ready. We're going to see Josh Allen on Josh Allen crime all fucking week. It's going to be on a loop. You know what's going to happen. Starting now. All week. We had over 10 for over 100 yards. Yeah, Eric, it's not going to be easy, man. It's not going to be Eric Noon, so it's not going to be easy. They're going to be pissed as they got their doors blown off against the Colts. You got to hope. Will the Bills be pissed? Are they capable? Let's find out. It's like they weren't capable last week. You're so-called Super Bowl contender. You go down to Jacksonville and do that. It's fucking sickening. I'm fucking ready to puke. I feel it I feel it. I literally feel it. I'm not exaggerating. We're on to New Jersey, literally. I'm sitting here in it. Ugh. Jesus Christ almighty. Well, that's gonna have to come from the offensive line moving people, man, or just standing still. I don't think you could have said that. I don't know who they could have put. I know they had an extra offensive lineman on a couple of plays, Ryan Bates. They got a penalty on one of them, then he was out of the game. And then the other one, I don't know what the fuck happened. I can't even remember. But it just was so stale. It was to the point where I was like, can you throw Quentin Morris on the field and see if anything good happens? Anything? Can you just throw him on the field and see if we can move something? I didn't know we were playing. Yeah, I didn't know. It was terrible, Jake. Terrible. It was just, it was worse than that, man. To me, it's worse. It's worse than that losing that playoff game in Jacksonville, man. You have your franchise quarterback, you have an established team, an established staff, and you go out there and you just lay as big of a fucking egg as you could possibly make. You know, it's just absolutely disgusting. Yeah, everybody's gonna rail on McDermott not taking that penalty. I get it. It's in the second quarter. You expect your offense to put up a touchdown. You expect your offense to put up 2 touchdowns. Another field goal. That tied the game, no? That field goal? The one he didn't decline? No. So how no, not at all, Neil. Jesus Christ. I didn't even see anything special from fucking Lawrence today. I saw nothing special. I didn't see anything good. Yeah, it wasn't a gimme. It was a 55-yarder. And it's early in the game. You expect to score a touchdown. I'm not going to nail him for that. You scored 6 points. The offense was terrible. The offensive line got boat raced. But you know, and as a team, I criticize the officials. I criticize the team. You know, you have an itchy trigger fingered, the itchy flat. You have, you know, happy laundry referees. The shit's gonna be flying all over the field. How can you trust? You can't trust it. You just knew that it was gonna be a day. It's just like the offense never got. They're on. They went to a roller skink roller. They went to an ice rink and wore fucking roller skates. The thing that pisses me off more is seeing the trash. I mean, dude, I don't care. I don't care. People are gonna trash talk. That's just part of it, man. I mean, I do these videos. I put myself out here. People comment me all the time. YouTube will fucking put them on hold, and I'll look at them. I mean, I could repost them. I don't care. I'll post them. But people have called me every name in the book, man. When I was doing the MMA videos, I've had people make videos making fun of me. Man, my grandmother took me to a boxing gym when I was 6, and I had ex-convicts beating the shit out of me. So anything anybody can do to me from a verbal standpoint means nothing to me. Means absolutely nothing to me. I knew when I started these videos I was going to get heat, and I was like, that's part of it. Who cares? You know, I'm not a twitching little nub that's going to go hide in the closet. I need a safe space. Put me in the closet. Fuck out of here, man. That's life. People are going to talk shit. Fuck them. Let them talk shit. Yeah, they just looked horrible, man. They didn't look prepared, Eric. They looked lethargic, just totally lackadaisical. They acted like, okay, you want to hear? You want to hear what they acted like? It was perfect. They're in Florida, too. We went to the retirement home today. They're like, we're going to the retirement home today. Get your flip-flops. Get your towels. We're going to go sit at the pool. Ugh. That's the highlight of the week, Hammer. Wow. That second round, that's the round of the year. Bullied, exactly, Antonio. You could say that again. You could say that again. That you could just put that on a loop and you still wouldn't believe it, man. JD Daniels, I feel your pain. It took all I could do from not telling guests to go home. Thank God. Yeah, man. I mean, you get together for this shit and you know it's going to be ugly sometimes. I sit here alone because I did something like that. I broke a wall. I don't want nobody around. You guys aren't going to judge me for doing that. And if you are, that's fine too, because that's stupid knucklehead shit to do. But I did it. I just didn't punch it. Every game is a trap game. Yeah, man. Look what happened to Dallas today against Denver at home. At home. They got some friends and family touchdowns at the end, but they were terrible. 1v1. Dude, they can't even win 2v1s. They tried a few combo blocks. I saw they were trying to help. Morse was trying to help fucking Ford out, and so was Williams, and that's where all that chaos really fucked. That's when shit really hit the fan. They're like, this guy's not capable to be on the field. That's in my eyes. For me, I'm gonna be like, look, this guy's a fucking liability. He cannot be out here. We have to pull him. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they thought he'd get better. Maybe they didn't want to emasculate him. Maybe they didn't want to I don't know what they didn't want to do. But he can be released right now. And Patrick Mahomes threw a horrible interception. I don't know if it's going to stand, but on the because there's a flag, but it's a horrible interception. Let's see if it stands. And their legs. Let me read some of the comments. Ryan McMahon, if this game was in Buffalo, fans would have rushed the field and ripped off. Yeah, thank God. I mean, I don't know what to say. I think they were offsides. They're going to get away with it. Every game. Yeah, it's every tough. I need to watch games alone too. Yeah, Doug, I can't watch games with people, man. I love you guys. I would get together and watch a game with every single one of you, but I suffer in silence, man. It's going to be a hard fucking week. This is going to be really hard. This is going to be worse than the bye week, guys. This is going to be way worse than the bye week. Terrible. Sick to my stomach is a fucking understatement, man. I'm not going to eat dinner. I have no desire. Just fucking sit here and lick my wounds like a fucking bitch. Like the rest of us, because it's just, there's nothing else you can do after a game like that. I'm not going to listen to any of the post-game stuff. I have no desire. We sat there and watched it. It was bad enough to watch it. I don't have to sit there. I'm going to sit there and relive it in my head. Like all of us, we're going to sit here for the next 6 days and several hours reliving this in our heads over and over again. It's going to periodically just pop up what a horrible shit fest it was from start to finish. So we're masochists by nature. And man, they just handed us the box cutter today and told us to go in the closet and finish the job. That's what today just comes up to me. This is 1,000% worse, Eric. You're right. It's just such a bad. Oh my God. Green Bay is a complete group of assholes if that's gonna stand. Zach, I'm gonna try to forget the game exists until 1:00 next week. How about that? fuck Friday, 1:00 next week. Unless you have a kid or something in high school or relative that you go watch. But why did McDermott call the timeout after that sack? We could have gotten the ball back. I don't know. I think he just I don't know, man. I have to look back, Luke, and just try to remember the sequence because it was so much ugliness after that game. I just everything just kind of blended together. I jumped on here so fast because I couldn't sit and think about it because I was gonna try to and it got to the point I saw it. I didn't have to, so I might not puke. I would just close my eyes. Like I'm watching the game, and this is what I was doing. It got so ugly. We all witnessed it. I wasn't watching the play. I was doing this and just listening to the result of the play because I didn't want to watch. I'm like, I didn't want to. It was just that's how fucking disgusted I was. Like my eyes hurt. I don't know, Neil. Hopefully he's back this fucking week, bro. We need him. Absolutely need him. He's our best offensive lineman. He's our best offensive lineman. And I put this. I want my due for this. There's a very few times I get information from this or that. The guy's very good to me. He has no reason to tell me what he tells me. For some reason, he's got a fucking Twitter burner, and occasionally, very, very, very rarely, he'll tell me something. He told me after that Washington game, check my Twitter. You can Twitter advanced search me about Spencer Brown. He's like, they love the kid. He's going in. And that's it. He's going in. They're not pulling him out. After Tennessee, one more. He's not the future right tackle of the Bills. He's the future left tackle of the Bills after Tennessee. Yeah, he could be. He's not on IR. He could be back. They need both those guys, Doug. They need both those guys. Those guys change the entire offense. I said it in the start of the video before you might have popped in. Who would have landed on those two spots on the bingo board? Feliciano was not playing good football, so I can't say that him being back would have made a difference. But I don't know how he could have been any worse than Ford was today. He was absolutely terrible. I'll go to sleep just so I don't have to think about it, but I'm going to lay in bed and think about it. Oh, God, I'm so sad I'm going to buy an 8-ball. I don't drink or do drugs. I don't, right? But I have a bed. Under my bed, I knew a guy that owned a liquor store, right? For years and years and years. He just gave me alcohol, right? Really close friends. I would occasionally go there and just hang out to see all the reprobates come in and out because it was in Patterson, if you know New Jersey. I'm not bullshitting. I could destroy myself right now. I wrap them up so they don't break. Look at it. Mini shots. A whole container full of alcohol. So if I wanted to destroy myself, I have every means to do so. Fuck the alcohol. You know what? Give me the K-bar. That's how I feel right now. Just give me the K-bar. Oh, terrible game. Terrible, guys. I just want to cry. Bonzolo. Quanjo never played, so you could say he was. Ford has regressed into, like, he's completely gone. Like, confidence-wise, he has nothing left. He lost his starting job last year, just never gotten it back. Then he was injured, and that's it. He's done. Terrible. There it is, guys. The Manning cast. There's the Manning cast curse. Now it's in full effect. What's up? Yep, it's true. It is true, Neil. It's true. Yeah, Doug, I can't underscore that enough. We need them back so bad. I'm trying to read some of the comments, guys. I'm sorry. It's just terrible. What do we got here? Blinfield, Scotch whiskey, 15-year. And you know how long I've had this? It's probably 26. It's probably over 27 years now. That's how long I've had this shit. Oh, got some Black Label Johnny Walker. Fuck. Can't go wrong with the Grey Goose. Put it in the fucking ginger ale prop I have over there. Oh, God. I can't say it won't, Luke. Can't say the Quentin Spain release won't hurt us either, man. Because you chose to keep Ford. You chose to draft Ford. You chose to have, Feliciano, who's been an okay player to average player to sometimes good player. I think Feliciano, the scary part about him, he's played better at center than he has at guard. When he had to take over for Morse, he was great. He was phenomenal. I don't drink, man, so. Yeah, and you know what? For me, it says to me it was the same reason, if Bobby Johnson had history with Feliciano, I think he had history with another lineman that they brought in, and he's not been good. And he's not. This unit has not it's not been good. Whatever the blocking schemes are, whatever the teaching is, whatever what they're trying to do, it's not been good. The guy looks the part, straight out of Central Casting offensive line coach. He's not been good. He's got a concussion damager. Just that's all we know. Same thing with Moss. They'll have to go through the protocol, see if they'll be available next week. But that's what they were declared out pretty fast. I'm drowning your sorrows in sushi. I can't eat, Eric. I just can't. I'm sick. Oh, Rick, tell me about it. Women will never understand. I mean, women will never understand. Women either have to be fans themselves. Women will have to be fans themselves, or they'll fucking or they'll never get it. But even women, what the hell kind of liquor is that? Blue, or the bottle's blue. This that's actually imported. I have, yeah, it's just a whole shit ton. I'm looking at some Shiva. I think it's just Chivas Regal. No, this is vodka. No, cognac. Uh, say anything on the way home. Yeah. Again, I just knew a guy who owned a liquor store, and he would just give me these things. I'm like, why are you giving this shit to me? I don't drink. He's like, that's why I give them to you, because you won't fucking drink them. He said he just always had people asking him for fucking liquor. Yeah, man, Johnny, it's. I was just pissed, and I'm still pissed because I wanted the Bills to come out and make a statement. I'm like, you know what? We're on the road. This is a bad team. They just got kicked. They just got killed by you know, by Seattle, a team coming west. Where they came off a bye, we came off a bye, and they. I don't know what they were doing. I don't know what they were. What I don't know what the practices were. I don't know what the game plan was. I just know the play on the field was absolutely just an unmitigated disaster from start to finish. Like the whole game, There was no bright spots in that game. None. I can barely talk about like any great plays. There was none. The play that got me the most hope for a win was when Josh hit Diggs over the middle for like a 25-yarder. That was the one that gave me just a glimmer, and it was just minuscule. You could barely see it, and it obviously got quickly just disintegrated. Oh God! Say anything on the way home. Yep, there they are. Yep. Oh man, now let me read some of the Perfect. It came, just send them here. I'll gladly. Yeah, Damager, you could have them, bro. If you guys live by right around, I'd fucking just hand them out to you like Halloween candy. They're taking up space, but sometimes lady likes to have one or something, so I figured why not? Just keep them around. If the Bills are a playoff team, they can't go into the playoffs. No, absolutely not. Not after today. I don't want to even talk. That word is outlawed in this room today. I don't want to fucking hear about that. They got a lot of fucking shit to clean up. They got no that word. Absolutely not. They simply cannot fundamentally play offense with an offensive line that plays that bad and has been regressing. And now, apparently, without a fourth round rookie from this year's class, are absolutely and completely inept. I can't believe, man, again, I would give Spencer Brown my spine right now. Like, dude, take my back. It's not long enough to fit in his body because he's so fucking tall, but take it. Jesus Christ. I know he practiced in a limited capacity this week, and then he said he might practice, but maybe they decided to just give him treatment and hold him out another week. They thought they were going to go down to Jacksonville. Yeah, Jim Mora, playoffs. Talking about playoffs, like fuck, you could throw Denny Green out there. Shit, if McDermott wanted to go full on Mike Singletary today, I wouldn't be fucking. That'd be justified. Oh, very, very frustrating, upset. You're right. Women don't understand. Plus, I can't help it. How to, yeah, just they don't understand the amount of emotion we put in. Again, man, like I don't want to even talk about that yet. I'm just like in my throat here. I'm just sick. Bubba, what's wrong? Why you so upset? He's upset too. I think he hears them getting their food in the other room, the other cat, so he's just upset. He's just like he's really upset. Let's see his ears. Oh, he hears the bowls. Oh God. What a catastrophe, guys. Just terrible game. Our guards are terrible. Whittle, they're terrible. They've been bad, and Feliciano was bad too. I've said that multiple times. Feliciano was not good. Would he have been better than fucking than forget Feliciano's on IR. How is Jamel Douglas not inserted into the game? Like I don't. I'm sitting here asking myself, McDermott needs to be asked that question. McDermott needs to be asked that question. Or fuck, if you don't want to play Jamel Douglas, how about you put Darrell Williams in at guard and throw Tommy Doyle in a tackle at right tackle? Because what we saw could not have been any worse. No running game, no movement, no holding up blocks, jailbreaks on the quarterback, free releases, like just free access to the quarterback all game long. I gave him some, dude. He ate them already, Doug. I gave him some. I gave him a few because he's used to getting them around this time, and just he was pissed. He was pissed at me anyway. I scared the shit out of him though with that. That was stupid for breaking that, but I scared the shit out of him when I broke the fucking mirror. What's up, Antonio? You're gonna go to bed and cry yourself to sleep. I'll be joining you soon, dude. Trust me. I have to take a shower first, and then I might throw up in the bathroom, and then I'm just gonna lay in bed in the fetal position and just try to unsee what I saw. Like today is a day where I want to feel like I want to wake up from a bad nightmare, but it's not. We're not waking up. It's real. Yeah, they're terrible. They're terrible, and it affected the whole offensive line too because Morse was trying to help out mainly Ford. Williams was trying to help out Ford, and then occasionally, fucking, the other guys you have to hope that they hold up. They didn't hold up, and then some of the penalties, even the unnecessary roughness, or that was a 15-yard penalty. The ref said it was on Darrell Williams. It wasn't. It was Deion Dawkins, but they said they gave Williams number, and even that, like 15 yards and penalty. I'm like, what do you like this? That's a penalty? Like that's an offensive lineman making a physical play on somebody who's trying to kill his quarterback. Like how is that how are you doing that? It was just the same thing. It was like a hold. It was the hold on fucking I don't even know if the refs were seeing double today too because they called a hold on Star. I'm like, how does a defensive tackle hold? Corner, linebacker, okay. He's trying to tackle a running back. It was a run play, for Christ's sake. It was a fucking run play. Yeah, Mike, he just again, I've said it multiple times. He could be released tomorrow and it wouldn't matter. He could be released he could be released right now. He's not long for the Bills. The penalties, the way the game was officiated, the way the game was called, the way the game was played was terrible. It was just brutal. It was a brutal watch, man. We could just shoot that game into the fucking sun right now. I had nothing for that game. I have nothing for that game. Absolutely nothing. It was absolutely just an atrocious game. So I don't know what to say, guys. I'm gonna go fucking do a quick little thing on Instagram, Vicious155, to follow it up because I'm not gonna go hiding when the Bills lose. I show my face. I'm not one of these punks. I wear this shit proud still, no matter what. I'm not a fair weather fan. I'm gonna champion the team when they win, but when they do bad, the blowtorch is gonna come out. And after that game, I'm gonna get the TNT, the napalm, the charcoal Eddie Burkett's, the fuses, the fucking Hades bomb, the fucking the fucking the 60mm Vulcan on the goddamn tank and on the goddamn F-18, and I'm just gonna blaze the fuck away. You know, that's all. You the shitter twice. That's a two flusher. That's a two flusher, guys. All right, guys. I'll talk to you all later. Rough week. I'm sorry. It couldn't be better. Yeah, Lee Cycle was traded, right? And yeah, that's nothing else good to say about this. You just hope they come out and put on a better show, a winning performance, better show, more requisite next week. Peace out, guys. Love you all. Thank you all for listening to me rant and bitch and moan like a child. Go Bills. Peace. Love you all, brothers. Fuck. Ramius, I feel like a fucking... I feel like shit, dude. Such a terrible fuck. Oh, fuck. Ugh. I don't even want to watch football the rest of the day.